Cricket keeping is probably the worst thing when it comes to reptiles. The smell, the just constantly feeding, constantly dying. And what do you do about it? How do you set them up? Well, I'm James, you're watching Blue Dog Reptiles, and we're going to show you today how to set up a bin for your crickets. Now, down at the bottom here, it looks really nasty, doesn't it? I probably should have given a disclaimer. Hey, don't be grossed out. But there's a reason why it looks gross, grimy, and there's body parts of crickets everywhere. It's because we actually keep buffalo beetles down here in the bottom. This is actually a bioactive cricket bin. So when the crickets die or what have you, the buffalo beetles, which are these tiny little black beetles, will actually eat the carcasses and break it down. We also leave a few, not a lot, because we actually just took a lot out of here. Anytime we get a new cricket order in, we remove most of the egg crate. Egg crate is good for keeping the crickets, giving them places to hide and whatnot, but over time it does break down and it will start to smell. So just be mindful of that. We order anywhere between 8,000 and 12,000 crickets a week to feed all of our animals and supply our customers. So we have to make sure that this stays clean, because if they're constantly dying, then nobody will come buy them and yeah, what have you. So this is actually just a brute trash can. That's all this is. I actually love these trash cans. I've used these trash cans for water and mixing soil and, well, cricket keeping, roach keeping, you name it. I've kept them that way. So they make the perfect setup because A, they're on wheels. You can move them around. Now, if you need to count your crickets, these little doohickeys here make quick work of being able to count your crickets if you're selling them. Or maybe you need to know exactly how many you're feeding. So yeah, pick one of those up. They're from Amazon. This right here is on the lid, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But let's get the crickets in here. So this company that I order from, they do an amazing job. They actually almost make it impossible to get into because they overlap the lids. Let's see. Oh, there they are. And then they just slide out. And then we shake it out. Oh, see? Another kid in there. Anybody else? Nope, nope. Okay. And that goes over there. So, when you're keeping crickets, the bottom layer I like to keep flat because then it can break down in the bioactive process. But the rest of them I like to either keep upright or on their sides. I find that the crickets are more active and move around a whole lot more when they're upright like that. Now, we feed these crickets different things. I'll feed them potatoes, I'll feed them lettuce. There we go, look at all the crickets. Look at all the crickets. Ah, and there you go. Now, one of the biggest things when feeding your crickets, oh man, there's always one that likes to hang out. There we go. Be mindful when you're feeding your crickets that, go in there. Oh, go in your home. Okay, when you're feeding crickets, be mindful that if you feed too much and there's not enough crickets in there to consume said food, then you will end up with fruit flies, and nobody likes that. All right, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Don't mind the top of the box here. I've already cut myself once today with this knife, and I would not like to repeat it. Actually, it was a complete accident because, like, when I do insects and stuff like that, I set the blade up there, and for whatever reason, I accidentally left it open, and I bumped the cart, and the blade came down on my foot. So that was fun. Anybody else in there? Anybody? No? Okay. All right. So, and these, there's different sizes. When you get crickets, they'll come in like, so these are 1/2 inch crickets. These are 3/4 inch crickets. There's 1,000 counts. But you can see, like, depending on how many you want, what size they are dictates, you know, what's marked on the box. But, so we're not going to go, you guys obviously don't want to watch me open a ton of boxes of just crickets. So, what we're going to do here, if I can get the hose off, there we go. Oh, another thing too, another trick, make sure that your lid is secure. I have had countless crickets escape because this lid was propped up a little bit and there was enough crickets in here that they're just like boing off the wall, boing out. Yeah, anyway. So, right here, this is an exhaust fan. It's actually this fan right here, so if you're looking to get one, they're not meant for this. Just like everything in the reptile hobby, we repurpose. But this is actually a computer fan. You can see it there. There we go. Yeah, a piece of cake. Anyway, what is this for? So, one of the biggest things with crickets is you have ammonia buildup, you have humidity buildup, and it can be lethal to crickets. I mean, you could have 1,000 crickets die overnight if there's not enough airflow. Now, I don't know if this is fact. This is my personal opinion from what I've observed, but I've noticed that baby or so like 1/2 inch or smaller crickets actually like higher humidity. And then 1/2 inch or bigger do not like humidity. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you have an opinion on this or you know one way or the other. I don't breed crickets. I just bring in enough to feed everybody and sell. So what this also does is, if you notice, well, you can't notice the airflow because this is a video. Oh my God, it was a long night. Anyway, so we have this, we cut a hole in the top of the lid and then mounted this directly to the lid. That way there's no gaps. We make sure to have the screen here just in case a cricket were to get through the propeller of death. I've seen it happen. Do they make it far? No, they make it about right there. But this actually does shut off at night. This is actually on a timer, so we only run this during the day. So I run this from about 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then it shuts off. So that way some of the humidity can build up in the bucket here. But then in the morning it turns on and pushes all that humidity out and helps with your airflow. And it's crazy because like when you close and seal this, you can actually hear the adjustment of the fan. Like you can tell if you have a good seal on it. But anyway, wow, man, I cannot talk. Anyway, guys, if you haven't noticed, we're only doing big videos again on Friday. With the shop being slow, I'm having to go back to work trucking. I didn't want to do, but it is what it is. Got to support my family. Thank you to everybody for the donations and fan mail. We'll do a video of that soon. If you want to make donations, make it out to Dog Aquatics. I'll have the address to the store in the description. So if you want to send fan mail or anything like that, it's awesome watching kids. You see their drawings and stuff like that. It's absolutely amazing because that's what we're all about here. We're all about education, hence learning about probably the most unimportant insect is the cricket, something everybody hates. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to watch one of our next videos, and as always, stay safe, and we will see you next time.